athlete training systems here in San Diego. We're so happy to be filming videos here. All right, this is our third video of our series, and as promised, we're gonna go over sitting. Everyone is sitting. You sit, we sit. Well, Anthony's kind of lucky because he doesn't get to sit all day, but we sit. And the biggest thing that we want to share with you are how to sit better so we can prevent dysfunction in our posture, we can prevent back pain, and six simple stretches we can do to make sure that we're sitting properly and we're not going to cause any pain or dysfunction in the body, okay? So, Anthony, take it from here and show us what you know.
Okay, how's it going, guys? So I'm gonna have Elana sit as if she's sitting at a desk. So most of our day, we drive in a car to work, we sit at a desk working for the most part, as modern day humans, for at least 6 hours a day, and then we generally go home, make dinner, and then sit on the couch and possibly watch TV. So in this position, there's a lot of dysfunction going on compared to how we're designed. We're not using the muscles that we have in our body to actually stabilize the body properly. So you can see Elana's head, pretend she's typing at a desk. It's slightly forward, which is causing the middle back to do a lot of extra work that it's not intended to do. And she's fixed in this 90, 90, and 90 position for a majority of her daily activities. So you times that by 10, 20, 30 years of prolonged sitting, and what you get is a lot of breakdown and tightness and dysfunction in the body. Additionally, every inch that her head goes over her collarbone while sitting, the head doubles its weight or adds another 10 pounds. So if you have a kyphotic position, a forward position, her head right now weighs about 30 pounds. So we're going to teach you 6 stretches to offset this slow death, which is what we call it. It's like this hidden killer in modern day society, and this is how it's going to work. First one, let's address the first problem. We have to sit in our day. How can we sit properly? So I'm going to have Elana extend her arms fully straight. Rotate her palms in this nice straight position. Shoulders down, squeeze her shoulder blades back towards my finger. Now from here, we've packed the shoulders and we stabilize them in a very safe, stable position. We're going to lightly drop the hands down to her waist and open the palms. Just like Shavasana on the foam roller technique last week. Now she can bring the elbows back to the 90 degrees in this neutral position, and she can type in a much more postured position.
This is how I should sit?
So this is how you should sit. Temporarily. Now,
it feels funny.
Every 20 minutes or so, you want to shift positions. So if you're sitting back on your chair like this, in this position, every 20 minutes or so, you want to lean slightly forward and actually use your core, lightly drawn in the belly button into the spine,
though my chin is
and lightly pull the chin back, just slightly. It's almost kind of weird because it's like a double chin, but you're looking for a neutral cervical spine, ideally. Second stretch, okay?
So, like instead of like this, I
yes,
just have to...
and you don't want to over-exaggerate this posture position. You want to lightly roll the shoulder blades back. So if you do the first technique, generally it will set up everything. Second position, she's going to cross her right leg in this case over her left leg. This is a stretch for the hips. So cross the right leg over the left. So what we're going to work on now is opening up the hips. The hips are the second most mobile joint in the body, and when we sit, they're fixed in this position so they can't do their job, which causes this whole dam in our kinetic chain, so the joints are all clogged up. So from this position, she's going to lightly roll the shoulder blades back again. There you go. Tuck the chin, draw on the belly, and you're going to grab your left hand on your toe and your right hand on the top of the knee. Now, if you've had any knee surgeries whatsoever, be very cautious getting this position. The LCL, the lateral ligament, will be irritated if you push too hard. She's going to lightly push into that right leg and lean forward with a drawn-in spine. So slightly lean forward. Nice. Now, from the same position, she's going to take her left hand and she's going to pull the leg in, and she's going to hug the corner of this leg. So she's going to lightly grab her leg. So just grab your leg like this. Here you go. And then just do a nice little hug. So hug it, lightly lift the chest, and then slowly turn to your right and look over. Big inhale. Nice. Now, each of these stretches we're going to hold for a minute, ideally, in an ideal world. 5 minutes for each hour of sitting. Now she's going to come back. We're going to take that same leg.
Hold on, I have to do this every hour?
Every hour would be ideal.
So all these stretches?
Yes.
Okay.
Not all of them, just keep the leg there. There you go. So now you're going to take that right leg, we're going to lightly cross it over. And from this position, you're going to allow that outer leg, where the leg is crossed over, to drift inward. So you get external rotation, this back hip, again, opening up the hips, lightly posture up. And what I like to do is I like to do another turn the other way, grabbing the right hand over the thigh here on the outer side and just lightly breathe. Now, always breathe through these positions. It's best to not go fully into a stretch. Lightly breathe into it and allow your breath and your diaphragm, which is a muscle, your rib cage, to open up your posture. Okay, I'm gonna have you come back to a nice neutral sitting position again. Next one, that neck gets really tight when we sit. We have stressful phone calls, we're trying to multitask, which we shouldn't be doing. I'm gonna have Elana do a stretch for her neck. She's gonna take her left hand, she's gonna put it behind her body, and she's gonna lightly lean back into the back of the chair, which for right now is gonna be my arm. Now, she's gonna drop her chin to the far right corner of her collarbone, just let the natural weight of her noggin, which is pretty big because she's got a really smart brain, do the stretching. And what you're gonna get is this nice opening here. So again, if you have any neck problems or any extreme tightness in your neck, be very mindful in how fast you go in this position because you might be very tight already. She's gonna do 3 breaths here. This one is just amazing. And then she's gonna come back to neutral position. So these are all the stretches we're doing. We're now going to do 2 stretches standing out of your desk because the best thing to do is get up every hour as well. So now you can hit all of those. Stretching in the seat, very convenient, and then standing up, stretching in your door jam. So I'm going to have Elana come up. We're going to pretend this is the door jam of a door in your office. It could be a wall or a door jam. I'm going to have Elana take her left hand, and she's going to put her left hand on the wall and square up her shoulders with the wall. Now she's going to bring her right leg forward so she has a lot of base. So bring your right leg to my foot, flush right with my foot, nope, straight on. Nice. So what you want to have is your hips, everything in a nice line. Now she's going to scoop her left leg back, and the goal is to create a nice long line without hinging at the lower back here. So see how this is hinged? We want to bring this straight and be nice and straight. So right now she has this line from her calf all the way up to her shoulder. She's likely going to take her left hip and rotate it into her front right leg. That's all the stretch is. Creating the line, alignment, rotation, no dropping. This is going to open up the entire body. From the calf, this whole fascial line is going to open up all the way to her neck. After this, 1 minute on each side, she's going to come up like this. We're going to make an L with our left hand. She's going to lightly come to the wall, here, get her L, nice and easy here, very careful. Again, if you have shoulder problems, take your time. Take your left foot, rotate it towards here, like this. Beautiful. Now you have your center of mass where all the power in the body is. Just lightly let that hip drop in until you feel the stretch in the pec minor, chest, and the arm. So to review, we're going to do all these stretches for 1 minute each. Take your time. Every hour, shoot to go through all of these, and most importantly, be mindful of how much you actually sit during your day. That's pretty much it.
All right, thank you so much for everything. There's a lot of information on this video. If it feels overwhelming, just keep on watching it over and over again. We sit so much, and what we're trying to do is just prevent back pain. We're trying to prevent any dysfunction. This is essential for you, so please keep on watching this. Get to your foam roller, which we did last week, and look forward to more things on the foam roller and more stretching so we can optimize your health. Thanks for visiting, and we'll see you next week. Bye.